Welcome oh so curious ones to this week's video with the former meta champion, the Kilo 141. Yes, it got nerfed for those much longer ranges and everyone dropped it like it's hot. But hey, it's nice to take a trip down the road of nostalgia. Par for the course in solos, I'm using High Alert once again, and boy, she helps. Let's kick it off. One shot, one attempt, one win. Starting with an immediate drop into military base, I'm joined by a number of players. Rushing around looking for a gun, I find a Tech 9 on the ground, semi-automatic, and I catch a glimpse of a player who's rushing the same direction as me. But I'm the quicker shot, and I rush for a UAV to start hunting some souls. One player is nearby, so I aim down sights to keep eyes on the corner while listening to his footsteps. Eventually getting the high ground on him, and putting him down without a hitch. The UAV pings and lights up like a Christmas tree, so I look to chase the two players to the west. As I round up the side of the building, they move to the next one over, so I follow suit, use a quick jump up spot, and while I'm not fast enough to get the first kill, I get the second player, and he's less than excited. Back to the buy station, however, I buy another UAV, pop it, and then pocket another. With a player inside the control tower, I mount up, but I can only crack him. So I go ahead and push, but I spot a second player on the right hand side. I pop my second UAV, I double back, and I take him out from the back door. After armoring up, I move to the other side of the road, and I spot the dude back in control tower. I mount up, and I add him to the kill counter before pushing inside the building. A gunfight breaks out with another player I noted from the UAV earlier, the stun lands, and I shred his head with the OTS-9. With the fight over, I head over and go to loot his corpse. Unknown to me, however, Chubby Rocky here brought a rocket launcher to a gunfight, and I never see it coming. First time in the new gulag, speed is of the essence. I push to the right but don't spot the other player, I toss a stun grenade to the rear corner and check my spawn. When the stun hits, I turn my attention back and use the C4 I was gifted, and we're back in the game. Since my loadout has landed in military, and I'm annoyed at my death, it's time to board the revenge train. Passenger, me. Finding another OTS, I aim towards the door since I've made a heap of noise, as where the loadout's dropped. It's where I expect anyone to come from, and that's exactly what happens. Once again, the OTS shreds another player, and I finish him off, and grab my loadout with the Kilo, and of course High Alert. A quick kill on whatever the heck this guy was up to, a trophy, a jeep, the circle moves over to League of Legends, aka the salt mine, and like a junkie needing to stay hopped up, I grab another UAV and keep the buzz going. A red dot appears on the top of the hill and I look to push. Luck would have it, however, as I race to get to the top of the hill, the UAV hits a player at the top of the circle. I mark his location, and as I near closer, his dot disappears, which means he's either dead or ghosted. I presume the latter. So I push my foot to the floor and I start scanning the area. Surely enough, I see him poking out of a bush and waste no time lighting him up. Come on man, this isn't PUBG, get out of the bush. Once I finally get to the top of the hill, I do several loops around the house but I can't spot anyone inside, so I head back to another buy station and load up on UAVs once again. He did move, but to the buy station below his position, so I head back around and I cut his path off. When I spot him, I eject from the car immediately, use it as cover, toss a gas grenade, and then light him up since he's focused on the car and not me. After that, with 12 kills, I head to the top of the hill and wait for the zone to close and wait out anyone who might get pushed in at the last second by the gas. With the second loadout drop landing, I don't look to grab it, but instead see if I can use it as bait. And as expected, a player parachutes onto it, and I lay down fire. It's not enough to kill him, so I airstrike him to push him out of cover, but I end up catching his leg anyway, so I kinda waste him. With that done, I jump back in the car and I head down the cliff. But in typical Warzone fashion, the car flips, and I'm left hanging in limbo until the car explodes, and I slide all the way to the bottom. Hearts in my mouth, and I head to cover and armor up. Since I have High Alert and plenty of cover, I feel safe about moving before the gas, even if a player is on the hill behind me. Running along the tracks, a car comes in on the left and I look to get an angle, but High Alert warns me from behind and I waste no time moving in the cover. Re-peeking the side, I look to find my curious little friend on the hillside, but I'm unable to spot anything. At this point, I've accomplished so much this match, and pretty much have it in the bag, so I don't want to get too reckless and throw away my victory. Turning away ever so slightly, I try to use High Alert to pinpoint the angle, but nothing comes of it in the end, and I head into cover once again. Eventually I make a decision and push to get inside the nearest building. Claymoring the stairs I come up, checking corners, and of course, listening for footsteps. Once I clear the top side, I close the door, I slap another claymore down, and I close the door down below me as well before heading straight back upstairs. Once upstairs, I look back to the hillside where my little friend was peeking me from earlier as the gas is pushing and he can't stay up there forever. Finally, I'm the one who's got eyes on him, mount up, and with all his dismay, I put him to rest. Now let's wait for the zone to close. The third player dies without me hearing a thing, so I'm unsure of the last player's location. Seeing the zone, however, it's time to follow in Obi-Wan's footsteps and take the high ground. No one wants to be an Anakin. On the roof, it's time to start searching, and a tiny bit of movement catches my eye on the connector. I know he is now in the building below me, but I don't have a gun that's kitted for CQC, so let's fight with as much range as possible. With the zone getting smaller and smaller, the last player eventually pops a sentry gun. And unfortunately, I actually find out about it the hard way. Bright side is I know where he is at least, so I keep holding the roof and I wait for the zone to close. The zone makes its move and it's perfect, as it means I no longer have to worry about the sentry gun. So it's time to channel my inner iron and make a gas play. Over the bridge we go, and luck be had it, we land on a snapshot grenade. It's time to toss that baby back below the building, and boy, it lights him up. Since I now hold the zone, it's only a matter of time before the gas pushes him out. So I wait, I check all the angles where he could possibly peek from, and eventually he pops around the corner on the bottom right. I have no idea what gun he has, but good God, it's loaded with a ton of bullshit. And it knocks me right on my ass, but all we need to do at this point is keep a cool head and pull through. They give a cough, so I know they have no gas mask. Once the revive goes off, I armor up and I try to jump around the corner, but I bounce off the side and catch myself on a ledge, which actually prevents me from making a loud thud. So I finish off the planks, and I move back to hold the angle and reload. The footsteps come, I over-aim, prone, recenter, he whiffs, and with that, I am victorious yet again. Ladies and gentlemen, that is number 15, and I'm hoping you all enjoyed the video as much as I did making it. Thanks for watching. Give the video a like if you enjoyed it, subscribe with notifications on to catch the next one when it goes live, and follow me on Twitter to get updated with the haps. Anyway guys, thank you all, take care, and I hope to see you in the next one.